I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a pool full of your love.
What it do, YouTube? My name is Bear Witness. Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about the meta of Apex Legends and what I think that we're going to be able to see from professional or competitive play, whatever you guys want to call it, from the TwitchRivals event coming up later this week. Now this is just kind of a tier list. This is not throwing shade at anybody's mains or anything like that. This is not me trying to talk shit, so nobody jump into my comment section trying to rip me a new one. What I'm doing here is I'm just generally giving you guys my thoughts on all the characters in the game so far and what we can see from them competitively and my thoughts. Now, before we get into all that, guys, if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure you guys leave a like down below. But let's get right into it. Now, we're going to categorize this by C, B, A, and S. Well, A plus, C, B, A plus, and S. There we go. So that's all the categories that we're going to have in this current one. Now, if players get nerfed, or if legends get nerfed and they get moved down, or because we'll be doing this multiple times throughout the year because a lot of updates are going to happen, a lot of players are going to get moved around, and hopefully this does something for you guys as well. It kind of gives you guys a mindset of how to keep up with the meta and things like that. Now, if you guys want me to do a one for weapons, then make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Although I already did a best weapons video for Apex Legends. So if you guys haven't checked that out, make sure you guys go and you guys click the link in the description because I'll have it, linked in the description. But first things first, we're going to start with C. Now, on the C set of things, I think that some of the least used that we'll see in this event is Caustic and Gibraltar. Now, let me explain this. When it comes to Caustic, the only drawback from him, well, there's actually two. One's a personal drawback and one's an actual competitive drawback that I think could actually affect competitive play. Now, the first thing that I think is that the first drawback would be the fact that his gas doesn't necessarily hit a lot. You put a lot of effort into placing it, but it doesn't really do much. Now, I know that it slows and it also disorients, but that's not really enough in the current situation when, it's very situational. But the main point is I think it should do more damage. But I do think it does, your ult does more damage than your actual gas barrels. All of that's irrelevant. Here we go. The gas also disorients your teammates, and because it disorients your teammates, it could really turn the tides on a gunfight that they were winning to ones they were losing. I've experienced this a lot with the current teammates that I've had, and I've noticed that I should probably not use it if we're going for high kill dubs and or dubs in general, because affecting it in a small area is probably the worst way to do it, and he is built for small or close quarters combat, in my opinion. So he probably won't be seeing that much. If he does, he's probably a wild card. That's what Gibraltar and Caustic will probably be. We probably won't see them the whole time, but we'll probably see them at least once or twice, if not maybe 3 times. But the event's probably going on all day, so we probably won't see as much compared to a lot of the other people we have on the list. Now, Gibraltar's a little bit of a different situation. With Gibraltar, it's not the fact that he's got something wrong with him necessarily. It's the fact that his only real ability that's really effective, his ult, we're not even going to talk about that. His ult's kind of like Bangalore's ult. I don't really see why they made them so similar, but we'll get to Bangalore's ult when we get to Bangalore's ult. That's not important. His ult, kind of simple, but easy to evade, in my personal opinion. Now, his secondary ability, the Dome Shield, is one that's more used and more efficient for teams. But the thing is that the simple way to get rid of Gibraltar, the simple way to get rid of the Dome Shield is to just rush the Dome Shield. Now, yes, if you place the wrong Gibraltar with a shotgun in there, it's probably not the best idea. But for the most part, you can generally rush in with an SMG or something, and he's not going to be pretty much prepared. Most people in the current moment have been using Gibraltar's Dome Shield to res, and I feel like that's probably the most vulnerable you can be, because not only are you telling them where you are, but you're also, willingly putting yourself in a cage to get destroyed. So I personally don't like it. I don't think we'll see very much play for him or Caustic, but with all that being said, we're gonna move on to B. Now, B is a big area for us. This is where the moderate legends are going to be held at. This is where the moderate players are going to be seen. We will see them on a pretty regular basis, but are they going to be top tier? Are they top tier? Not in my opinion. Now, first things first, we have Mirage. Mirage is dope. He's really nasty. At the end of the day, the ability to send a decoy out of a room that you're camping in and making sure that you can get behind your opponent, absolutely brazy. I love that. It's a great idea. Decoys, tons of decoys that you could just deploy, and they all kind of just are the biggest distraction for you. That's awesome, and the ability to have a fake decoy when you go down and die, allowing you to get out of a situation and stay alive a little bit longer. These are all pluses, but do I feel like he's made it to the top tier? No, because at the end of the day, he's still very vulnerable on long stretches of land. Like, he's still vulnerable. Now, the top tier legends that I have on this list are generally legends that have a way to either maneuver their whole team or maneuver themselves with high movement. Now, next up, we have Bloodhound. Bloodhound has a really good movement, but the situation with Bloodhound is that I don't feel like he's going to be that essential, and that's like the big thing, is essential, because I feel as if he's not necessarily the best pick when it comes to, ults that are effective for the whole team. He is very good in solo play, as in if you are playing for yourself with randoms, but I don't feel like he does much for the team in the simple regards of the fact that, like, if you know how to use him, he is very effective. He sees a lot on the map, but at the end of the day, that's pretty much where he stops. Now, yes, he can ping buildings, but at the same time, you generally can pick apart where people are at. I mean, it can't take down the time, but at the end of the day, I don't see his usefulness. If you guys are Bloodhound mains, make sure you guys are telling me in the comments more of his usefulness, but I just don't feel like we'll see him a lot. I'm not saying he's not viable. I'm not saying he's not effective. Like I said, this is the mid tier, and I feel like that's where he fits, is mid tier. And then we move on. Now, next up, we move on to Bangalore and Lifeline. They're going to be at our A section. Bangalore and Lifeline are pretty great. Bangalore is good because of her ability to move faster when being shot at. That's very essential for players that end up trying to do a lot of damage from down range, but don't want to stay in the fight too long. I mean, in a situation where you're taking pop shots at people from far away, they shoot at you, you're able to move positions very quickly. She is very good at remaneuvering and repositioning herself. She has smoke, so she can effectively be someone to res your teammates when they need it. Her ult is her only drawback, which makes her not able to be one of the high tier type of players. And I very much think that her ult time should be reduced, because I feel like it takes too much time to land. Aside from that, she's very top tier, and I recommend that she be used a lot in professional play. Now, Lifeline, this is a no-brainer. I don't think anybody ever wonders why they need a medic, but just to break it down, anything that stops people from having the ability or needing to, well, you know what, we'll break it down in sections. Care package, extra meds, potential better armor, things like that. Small chance for special weapons. I think it's a significant different chance from her care package than the actual care packages that land in the map. Second, her shield when she's rezzing, and her ability to res faster. Also, she's got her own bonus of 25% towards her, which does stack with her with the helmet or the backpack that does faster recharging. So that's a 75% bonus if they let you have it. Not to mention your ultimate accelerant could be crazy. If your teammates can give you ultimate accelerants, it could get brazy how many care packages you actually bring into the map. So you have both of those, and then you have the ability to heal your whole entire team. Like I said, this is a no-brainer. It cuts down the amount of meds that you yourself have to use if you're not Lifeline, as well as the meds you don't have to use because you have a Lifeline. So Lifeline is probably one of the best things that we'll see, but she did not make it to the absolute top tier of the list, and it's because she is low mobility, and I think mobility is key in this game. And I tell you, I really do feel like this first tournament is going to be dominated by high mobility characters. Now we move on to the A+ tier. A+, Wraith. This was also a no-brainer. She's probably the fan favorite, the face of the game in my personal opinion. I don't main Wraith, but she is very, very, very useful. Her main uses come from the fact that she not only can create a portal for herself, but her whole teammates can use it too. Now, usually you have two different types of Wraith mains. You have team-oriented Wraith mains, ones that are willing to try to port your whole team, ones that stick with the team, and then ones that are the ultimate flankers. So it depends on how people want to play it. I imagine there will be, this is a competitive game with a lot of competitive players playing in this tournament. I imagine there will be a lot of aggressive Wraith plays, and I think that there is going to be an immense amount of Wraith mains inside the game. I definitely feel like I said, it's the fan favorite. There's multiple uses for her. Her ability to go invulnerable is something that's also, you know, uncanny. A lot of people will say that she's overpowered. I don't think that at all, but at the same time, I do think that she will see quite a bit of professional play, and I definitely believe she is top tier. Now, the utmost top tier, and I'm going to break this down for you guys because I'm going to say it and you guys are going to say I'm drunk. Pathfinder. Now, Pathfinder starts off with his X ability, Grappling Hook. You think it's good to get you up to certain places? It is. It's an effective way to get you up to certain buildings you wouldn't be able to get on top of and things like that. But it also can be used as a grappling hook that can pull your enemies towards you or pull your enemies towards a situation. So, in that situation, is it an easy hook to land? No. But being able to essentially pull a team over, because this game is not kind. If you don't have that much armor, you don't have that much armor. So it's very easy for you to get pulled into a situation, literally, and completely take that character out of the game. So there's that, along with the fact that he's got the ability to hack into the sensor drones and see where the next storm is coming from. Intel is everything. I don't care what game you're playing, Intel is everything. So because Intel is everything, knowing where the next circle is, knowing where people have to be, and being there is a very big thing, along with the fact that looting early game, looting throughout the game, looting and positioning your team, everything throughout the game is absolutely brazy when it comes to Pathfinder, because of the fact that he has a low cooldown ult that reaches ridiculously far. So if you guys are trying to loot up really fastly, then I recommend, you know, trying to get him at least one of those ultimate accelerants. If you have, you know, if you have a Pathfinder and a lifeline, one gets one gets the other, you know what I'm saying? But either way, he is probably the best character in the game right now. If you guys haven't tried out Pathfinder, I recommend you guys try out Pathfinder. No, he doesn't have the craziest set of abilities, but he does have the most when it comes to teamwork. He really does. He really is the whole package. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys click that like button down below. Tell me your thoughts. Who do you guys think are going to come out on top in this week's Twitch Rivals event? And with all that being said, hopefully you guys have a great day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. With that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.